Hello, I'd like to welcome you to our next podcast. And today we're going to be chatting about the unexpected effects of writing a book.
So let me go back just a step first. Hi, I'm Helen Taylor, and I'm sitting here with my friend Kath Garrow. And yeah, as Kath said, this is our second podcast we've done, and we're going to continue talking about writing a book and, more importantly, the unexpected effects of writing a book. Yeah, we're going to put that on the table of things that you can't even plan for that start to happen as you're doing it.
Absolutely.
So where do we start?
Well, going through this journey, what kind of has really happened for you? Is there anything that's really...
I think I touched on it last time that, you know, immersing myself in the past and in the story becomes an all-encompassing thing. So I can't see objectively. I can't see outside of it. I'm in it and I'm reliving it. And that's why it's so helpful you being on the journey as well, because you're looking at it objectively and you've got this fun way about language. Where I sort of explain it one way, you've got this really creative way of turning it around and putting other words in with it that are just really adventurous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where I'm in the adventure,
Yeah.
so I'm not looking at it from that perspective. Yeah. So for me, the unexpected effects, one of them has been that I'm totally immersed in it and I didn't know that that's what was going to happen to me, what was required of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that my story could be viewed the way that you view it.
Which is pretty darn cool.
What way?
Well, just realising, I think a part of being human is we don't truly see the ripple effects that we have on other people's lives. And so it's kind of cool that you're helping you go through your journey. You're watching the ripple effect of it happen on my journey. And that.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about, though. Right now I'm talking about language, right? That adventurous language that you have about things. That's coming out from you. That's emerging from you is the word I'm looking for. And what unexpected effect has that had on you?
Oh, it's completely ripped open how I see my life.
But where did that language come from?
As in...
The adventurous language that I'm talking about.
Oh, I think it's always been there. It's just the playful side of me that kind of... I was always the actor, the performer, the way to kind of capture the attention. And I certainly have lost that or put it aside for a very long time.
And now it's emerging.
Yes, absolutely.
So I just want to let you all know out there that this is an unexpected side effect that Kath has had, that it's always been there, but it's coming back out. So why is that important that it comes back out in your life now?
Because it's an integral part of who I am. It's always been there. I literally was on the stage doing some form of performance from about the age of 3 onwards. So it was like ballet and calisthenics and then acting and drama, and then I turned teaching, became kind of my stage. And then I've always loved that ability to kind of communicate with the crowd and to connect with people. And then to be able to translate that in words is actually really, really cool. It's exciting me. Writing your book is making me journal more and do more writing at home, which is making me kind of go oh my God, this is so exciting.
So as the creative juices are coming out of me, they're asking the creative juices to come out of you at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? I suppose that's mirroring, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we do. Isn't that cool?
It is really cool.
So then if you weren't doing that, what's the consequences?
Well, my life, the difference between doing it and not doing it is like looking at my life through a haze if I'm not doing it, and doing it, I feel like I'm immersed in my life and there is joy and light and vibrancy in it now. That before it was just... I was functioning.
But the word I get is dullness.
Yes, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if we're not letting the creative energy move with us,
Yeah.
life can become a little dull and, like you said, hazy and whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're just telling you all out there to start getting creative. Let that
Yes.
energy start moving. It's really important.
And don't try to make it something. Like I always thought, creativity had to be funneled in a particular way or be in a certain way. But this is kind of just emerging.
Well, it's natural because,
Yeah.
as you said, you were doing it when you were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes mentally we can't connect that, can we?
No.
Yeah.
Because we step away from it for whatever reasons in our life. Right? Because we decide that that's not who we need to be or what we need to do or whatever.
So creativeness is really about whatever just makes you incredibly happy.
Yeah. Yeah. It not elixir, I don't know what that word is.
Cass just making words up now.
Yeah, it's all about the adventure.
So we're getting away from the elixir word.
That's
right. We'll forget that.
But it creates moments of joy, like of waking up feeling excited about living my life instead of just rolling out of bed into habit.
Dullness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're bringing vitality back to the world, back to our lives.
That's what you're doing.
For me, yes.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
not what I'm doing.
So what are you doing?
So what I'm doing is... Really good question. That's why I just threw it out there, because I wanted it thrown back at me as well. Because there is that creative energy that I've been in flow with and connected with, and especially last year doing the public talks, the public speaking and stuff. And I'm always just happiest when I'm helping others. And what I've found, though, through writing the book is that the way I help others is by storytelling. And it's making me realise just actually how significant it is telling your own story than just telling people stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I think that over the years telling my story, you don't always see the effects of it. So the mind steps in and goes, there are none, it hasn't had any impact. Or you'll see over the years I had occasion for people to come back and go, oh my gosh, I remember what you said to me. And I've completely forgotten that conversation. And they're telling me how important it was and how it helped them in a particular situation and whatever. And, they're just like, oh my God, thank you. And you're like, really? What conversation? What? But yeah, I suppose if the mind tried to get in, it would tell me that it wasn't important to write and tell my story. And now I'm starting to realise how important that is. And it just brings deeper joy. I think just speaking to people and helping people and doing the talks, I love. I love talking.
I'm shocked to hear that.
But I love sharing what works.
Yes.
What works, right? Or, the adventure of getting out of something or overcoming something or whatever. And that's what this is all about. So for me, it's just bringing more happiness into my life. It just makes me even more happy.
Yeah.
And I think we touched on last time, it's like, well, living naturally, what is that like?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really think that we're absolutely destined to live very simple, very beautiful and happy lives. And we're on a path right now trying to figure out exactly how to do that.
Yeah.
And what it looks like. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're done.
We are done.
We are done. Thank you, everybody. I hope that's inspired you all a little bit, and look out for this the next episode next week.
All right. See you guys.